Hello friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a repotting of this bad boy. This is my Sansevieria Cylindrica Starfish, and as you can see, it is getting a little bit out of control. So I think it's time that we separate it and give it a little bit more room. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, now this Sansevieria starfish has been living in this pot for about a year. I got this, it was in one pot. I got it from Hirt's Gardens, and it did come with this little missing leaf there, and then I did lose one leaf, but everything else is fine. As you can see, there's a lot of new growth there. And God, this is so big. On the other side, and there's another one peeking out there. So, but the problem I'm having with it is that it's just getting so wide. So that's why I want to separate it. Maybe put two pieces in one pot. I've got a couple of 8-inch terracotta pots, and maybe put this one in another. So let's go ahead, and I want to be real careful with this. Okay, it's coming out neatly. It's just so wide, it's hard to work with. Okay, the soil is dry because I haven't watered it in a little more than a week, waiting for it to dry off. I didn't want to repot it while the soil was wet. Have better chance of it doing well when the soil is dry. And the soil that I have it in, and the new soil I'm going to put it in, is a cactus mix that I've added more perlite to. And it looks like right here is where this one is connected. I think this is the main mother plant and these were the offshoots. So what I want to do is separate this one right here. You can see where some of the old leaves have come off. Now, I am going to go ahead and repot this in dry soil, so I'm not worried about this open root here. And I'm not going to water that soil for about 10 days to give this time to settle in and that to dry off. I could leave it out to callus over on its own, it'll be fine, but I have done it also where I just repot it and making sure that it is in dry soil, and it's fine also. Let's take a look at these. I think I'm gonna leave these two together. But you can see over here, you see here's the mother plant, and here is the root. Now if I wanted to separate this, I would just cut right here and it would do fine. But I think I'm going to leave it together because what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant this where it's growing more upright as opposed to it was growing out like that. I'm going to pot it in like that, so it'll grow more upright and up. So, okay, so I have an 8-inch terracotta pot, and this one is a little bit more shallow. I think they call it an azalea pot. which I'm not sure why, but I like to use these for this type of plant because I don't need a very deep terracotta pot. They're like to be, you know, in not too deep of a dish. So that's why I chose this one. And I also like to use a coffee filter to put down at the bottom. I could use a screen, but I happen to have coffee filters handy. And this is Cactus mix mixed in with some gravel and some perlite. And I'm just gonna put a little opening there. A little hard because this soil is dry and very, very loose. Now with this, you see this middle leaf here, how much it's growing. So I want to plant it as straight up as I possibly can. Kind of wind the roots around there. That's kind of how they were growing. And I want to try and match the depth that it had before. Maybe just a tad deeper to give it some balance and security in here in this new pot. I will probably put some rocks, pebbles on top to help secure it. As you can see, it's just so top heavy. So yeah, I will, before I show you the finished product, I will get some larger rocks, pebbles, and put them on either side all around it to give it some balance and some security in this pot because like I said, it's just so top heavy. So let's move on to the next one. And this one, like I said, I'm gonna keep it together at least for right now. Put in the other half, the coffee filter. Now this plant I have inside on my kitchen counter bar here, and it's been doing well there, just getting light from the patio door. Okay, maybe just a tad more on the bottom, because like I said, I want to try and match. You see the line there? Another little baby right there. You see that line there? That's where I want to match the topsoil. So I think that'll be good there. And again, I'm going to try and maneuver it so it stays up, it grows up. Let me just prop that up just a little bit more. I think it's still just leaning too much, so I will definitely put a little rock on this side to prop that one up. And I'm really happy with the Sansevieria. It's such a hardy plant. I water it, well, in the summertime I was watering it once a week, And since it's in very fast draining soil, that was perfect. And now that we're going into cooler weather, going fall to winter, I'm watering it about every 2 to 3 weeks because it's just not evaporating as much. I will have to take note of the fact that I'm transferring it from a ceramic pot, which the water evaporates much slower, to a terracotta pot, which the water evaporates a little quicker. So I will definitely check it with my moisture meter before I start watering it. Now these I'm gonna wait about a week until I water. But going forward, I'll check it with my moisture meter to make sure, because that's one thing you have to take into account with your watering. You know, I tell you my watering schedule, but it may very well be different for your plants and your situation. I live in Arizona. Our humidity in the wintertime is like 15%. So it's very, very dry. Take into account the pot that you have it in. A terracotta pot is going to dry out quicker as opposed to a ceramic or plastic pot. So those are things you have to take into account. And then definitely invest in a moisture meter. I think I left mine outside, but a moisture meter will help you. Even if it's been 10, 14 days, you think, oh, it's time to water them. Check it, and in multiple places, not just one spot. Check at least 3 places. And if it says it's in the red and it says dry, then go ahead and water it thoroughly till the water comes out. But if it's just over into the moist, wait a few more days, because the surest way of killing any succulents is with overwatering. Okay, so let me clean this up and then I will show you the finished products. Okay friends, so we got them all potted up, separated them into 2 pots, and you can see I put some pebbles there, some larger pebbles, to help keep it straight up until the roots get a little bit more secure in here. And I've tried to straighten this as much as possible so that long leaf there grows up instead of out, and that way I can fit it into more locations in my home. That was one. Here is the other one that has the 2 in it. And you can see I put some pebbles in there too to straighten this one out, and so it'll grow up. But I think they're going to do really well. I'm going to wait about a week to water these. They'll be fine. It's you know, it's actually humid right now because we've been having some rain, so these will be fine. And you know, they're drought tolerant, so I'm not going to worry about them not being watered for another week. So there you have it, friends. You can see these plants are so easy to separate and to propagate and give to your friends. I may give one of them to my son, who knows, if he's been a good boy. So again, very easy to propagate, very easy to take care of, takes low light. I'm going to try one of them outside in my patio actually, and leave one inside and see how it does. And I just love these. So there you have it, friends. If you enjoyed this video, friends, please do give it a thumbs up. That helps me so much. And make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos, and hit that notification bell so you're sure not to miss any of my videos. But in the meantime, you can watch this one up here that YouTube is recommending for you that you might like. So take a look at that one. Thanks again, friends, for visiting with me today. Have a blessed day.